everyone. My name is Ioan, and my topic will be about video games. I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, video games. Of course, the guys are going to be talking about those. But, no, I've been playing video games for roughly about 12 years, and I'm sure we can all agree that 12 years is a decent amount of time to perfect something. I wouldn't really necessarily say perfect, but make progress in something. And it's been about 2/3 of my life, and I've been learning in those 12 years, I've been learning that you definitely develop skills that you can both apply on playing video games themselves, as well as also real life situations. The first device I've ever played video games on was the Game Boy. I can't remember exactly what year, but I was 6 years old at that time. I played games like Pokemon and Spyro. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but when you pick up an interest, which I definitely like right away, I definitely loved playing video games. When you pick up an interest as a child, I'm sure you persist in that interest because it gives you sheer entertainment, or because you have a goal that you want to achieve with that interest. And for me, I don't see like a certain goal with playing video games. I see it as endless goals that are presented with any game that I play. What playing video games has done, especially for me as a child, was they developed my hand-eye coordination skills. Obviously, children don't really have this type of skill like right off the bat. Some may have, but I definitely didn't. And playing games, you usually have a screen. Well, usually nowadays you'd have a screen at like eye level, and then you have like either a controller or something down at your hands that you can't see because you're looking at the screen. And definitely over 12 years, I've perfected that skill in which I'm looking at something, and I'm either like writing or for example, like at school, you have notes that you're taking that you're seeing on the board, and you have to also write them down on a piece of paper on your device or something. And playing video games, I've definitely I've learned that I can definitely look at a screen, read something, a sentence or two, and I can definitely write that as I'm still looking at the screen. I don't necessarily have to look down. It's definitely helped me a lot with that. They've also taught me how to multitask. Usually in playing video games, there are multiple objectives or even like subjects that you have to look at on the screen. And playing video games, at first I obviously didn't know that I was capable of, looking at many objectives or things on the screen and being able to take them all into account and, use them at my disposal. But I've definitely taken and learned that skill and applied them in real life situations, but recently I've built this habit of when I usually do my homework or things such as that, I tend to watch shows like on Netflix on the side while I'm doing the homework. And before I don't suggest that, but for me, I've definitely learned that I've learned to focus not entirely on the show that I'm watching, but I'm able to consciously obtain some information that I'm getting from the show or whatever I'm watching, and I'm also able to complete any assignment that I'm presented with similarly to the best degree that I can. Also, my last point. Another skill that I've taken from playing video games that I use nowadays or till today is communication. Online gaming, I'm sure we all are familiar that you have the possibility of speaking with other people in real time as you play the game. And back then, I wasn't too much of a person to hold conversations, or even as I'm doing now, presenting in front of a group of people. And playing video games, I've learned that I am able to speak in front of people or with people. It doesn't matter the amount. Through learning through a safe environment or a comfortable environment, because obviously I'm at home, I'm in my own room, I'm not like presented with I'm not anxious about like whether or not I'm performing well with speaking with another person or not. And that definitely has improved over the years of playing video games. In all, I think 12 years is definitely enough to deduce that a person is good at something, and that's I definitely have improved. I wouldn't say I'm the best gamer out there. I definitely don't. But 12 years is definitely a lot of time for someone to perfect something and teach it to another person or give tips at least or anything along those lines. That concludes my speech. Thank you.